So, you're unsure about buying Elden Ring. You're hearing great things, 10 out of 10 reviews, but you also hear that they're paid reviews, and that games from FromSoftware are really hard. And that was me. I was a regular chum, like you. Pathetic, weak, ignorant, white? Just kidding. However, I was really unsure if I'd like this game, but my wife was down to split it with me, and I can honestly say that I am hooked. And in this video, I'm gonna explain why you'll like Elden Ring. I want to start off by saying that this is my first game from FromSoftware, so I'm not some hardcore Souls fan or anything like that. Since I've gotten older, I haven't had the desire to sink hours into learning enemy patterns and playing perfectly. I've honestly just wanted easier games that satisfy my desires for a good story. However, I have always said that I would enjoy a Souls-like game specifically if it was open world like Elden Ring. And the reason will bring me to my first point, which is that the game is open world. Because the game is open world, you don't have to face specific bosses or enemies that you don't want to. Sure, to progress the story you have to, but so far I've sunk about 20 hours into this game and my progress is still 0 when loading it up. I've just focused on exploring and leveling up my character, which has been amazing because the world is truly filled with so many unique enemies and areas that you really get immersed. Like, let's compare this with the garbage Breath of the Wild. In Breath of the Wild, sure, you have this massive world, but it's empty. There's literally nothing for minutes of gameplay. Compare this to Elden Ring. There are structures literally everywhere. Churches, abandoned homes, massive freaking castles, swamps, graveyards, temples. I could just go on and on. What does Breath of the Wild have? Mountains and like 7 tiny ass villages, and that's it. Meanwhile, the entire world in between is barren and empty. And this brings me to my second point. The variety of enemies makes this game constantly feel fresh. Any new area I go to, I'm encountering new enemies that have their own abilities and look freaking awesome. And I really want to emphasize this because this garbage game over here had like the same 20 enemies that were just spread everywhere, and somehow people lost their shit for it thinking this required so much work to do. No, Elden Ring is a solid game filled with enemies. And in the game, you get a perfect blend of enemies thrown together with common ones, which makes you really need to strategize the way you play, which takes me into my next point. You can play stealthy. Now, the stealth components aren't anything groundbreaking. You crouch to move silently and hide in bushes to remain invisible, which allow you to attack enemies from behind and, if you're strong enough, kill them entirely. The reason I love this is because you don't have to take on everyone head first at all times. You can really sneak around, get to objectives, and avoid fighting altogether, which is awesome. And not only that, but you can freaking play with people. Yeah, my next point is the fact that you can take on this fucking beast of an adventure with buddies. Yeah, I'm a little bitch and I don't want to go into this spooky ass tunnel all by myself. Yes, I'm gonna summon Deezius Nuttis to help me take on these bad guys and make me feel safe. Sue me. But on the real, if you aren't someone who wants to have the insane challenge, yes, insane, of taking on everything by yourself, you're able to play multiplayer and have friends with you. The community is super friendly and willing to help, and the system they have works perfectly. So if people join your world, they can help you out, no strings attached if they die. If they die, they just get booted back to the world and lose nothing. If you join someone else's world, you help them, everyone gains runes, which you use to level up and buy stuff. So you can just have sessions where you join people to help while simultaneously level up. Like, I don't know how else to put it other than the fact that this game really nails everything. You don't need to be a hardcore gamer to enjoy this game. This is the casual gamer in me speaking, but you can basically farm and make yourself really strong to make the game easier, all the while having an amazing time. I really haven't seen many games pull that off. They're either too hard or too easy, and it's one extreme or the other which gets boring really quick. There's really a lot more that I can talk about, but would pretty much be going super in depth into specific features that even I don't know all that much about. But yeah, I really hope I was able to share some perspective on this to get you to try it out, because this game is loads of fun. Anyway, if you have the game and you feel like I left something out, please drop it down in the comments below. And that's all I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all in the next video. Bye!